Hi everyone, my name is Aisswarya Vasu and my matrix number is 204705. This video is for my assignment of EEE3522 Communication Engineering, and today we have here the Sony MHCV800 CD players, radio and cassette players. So the body of this device is connected to two speakers that we see on the left and right side. But right now, the radio can be turned on, but it cannot play any music because the connection wires to the speaker is not working anymore. So this is what the device looks like before being turned on. So I'm going to turn on the device for you. Alright, here we go. So there is an uncomfortable sound that comes along with it, but as you can see here, we can press on the functions, and let's explore the CD functions first. We have 3 panels here, which means 3 discs can be inserted into this device at the same time, and we can do a selection of discs that we want to be displayed by pressing on these buttons. So back in 1995, when my mom pressed this panel will come out, and you can see here it's written disc 2. So this panel actually rotates, and we can be placing disc 2 here, disc 3 here, and disc 1 here. So depending on which disc we choose, the music from that disc will be played onto the device. So, and then moving on, let's explore a little bit on the radio function here. So the radio function has something called tuner here, and right now it's on frequency modulation, which is typical of radio and sounds that we hear on daily basis. And right now this FM 103.40 is a channel called Minal FM here in Kuantan. And we can see that actually the radio is playing on the background. But we can't hear it well because well, the speaker is not working. So over here we can manually tune the radio station. So you can see here that I'm increasing it and decreasing the FM radio channels. Alright, so let's explore the cassette option on the V800. It has 2 panels here, which means we can insert 2 cassettes at the same time, and we open the panel by pressing this button underneath. Alright, so this cassette players not only act to play recordings on cassette, but it also acts as a device to record on its own. So over here we can see options where it says record, pause, and we have forward, back, and stop. So we can use one of these panels to play recordings and another panel to record on the cassettes. So this is what a cassette typically looks like. So it has a black tape that goes along on both sides of rotating panels, and it is inserted this way into the radio. So I'm not going to close this right now because I tried closing it earlier and it got stuck. And I turned off the device again because it was making very loud noises without any music at all. So I turned it off for now. So we just have to press this in, and then it locks in. And then assuming that the cassette is inside right now, we just need to play this button, press this button, which means play. Right, so I would like to show the display while the tape was being played earlier. So you can see the display here actually has written tape on it, and it has this image here of the tape rotating, which means the content of the cassette that we have inserted into the V800 is currently playing. And we can change the mode by pressing this button here that says function. Let's go back to tuner, which is the radio function that we see on the V800. Alright, so we're right back at the radio channels, and right now it is on 103.95 frequency modulation, which is probably another radio channel because we can see that volume is being played over here. And we can increase the volume by turning on this panel, and you can see that correspondingly the volume panel here increases. And it's important for us to note this little panel here, which changes according to the function that we pressed earlier on. So right now, since we are on the radio station, it's on tuner, and we can see here we can press a few modes here. I want to pay attention to this stereo and mono here, because this refers to the speakers that are placed on both sides. So stereo means both of the speakers will be producing the music that we are playing onto the V800. So if we are playing a radio station, so stereo means both speakers will be playing the music, and if it's mono, either one of the speaker will be playing the music. So we have options to change that. But if we press on tuning mode, we have the coarse and fine tuning for the radio stations. Coarse tuning meaning the whole numbers of the frequency modulation will be changing, and fine tuning means the decimal points of the frequency modulation will be tuning. I would just like to show the antenna that this device uses to play its music. It's mainly used for identification of radio channels. Lastly, I just would like to show the back of the V800. We can see here we have the serial number of the V800, and we can see that it's made in Japan and distributed in Malaysia. We can also see some of the wirings here are really old. So we have these round ended cables here, and cables are separately used for audios and videos now, and these are combined in devices nowadays by using HDMI cables and USB cables, but they used to be separate this way. So we used to have the red, the white and the yellow that represents video, audio and sound. So that is all from me today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.